What branch of the military were you in? When and where did you serve?
I was in the Army, and I served from 1961 to 1985. I went to the North Pole, the South Pole, Vietnam, all around the States, Greenland. I was a National Guard advisor for a couple times. My specialty was aircraft maintenance. I worked as a crew chief and a gunner in Vietnam. And I had what they call MOS. I had 3 MOSs in the military. Aviation, I was a master aviator, mechanic, a fire chief, and a personnel sergeant. Because when I came back from Vietnam the first time, they really had no job for me. They said, go find a job. I was at Fort Hood, Texas. And we had so many troops there, they just didn't know what to do with us. So they just said, go find a job. So I found a job as a personnel sergeant. And I found out quite a few things in the military, how to get around it. And I enjoyed it. But after 24 years, they wouldn't let me get close to home, so I put in my papers and went home.
When you were younger, did you ever think about being in the military?
Yeah, I was born in '41, and when I was 12, 13 years old, they had the Korean War. They had it on TV all the time, and I wanted to be in the Army. I tried to join, but I was only 13. They wouldn't let me go in. But I did want to go in the military, and when I did go in the first time, when I joined the first time here, I was drafted. I pushed my draft up. But what I did is they were going to draft people, so I just went down and said, draft me. So my number came up, and they said, where do you want to go? And at that time, I wanted to go to Vietnam. And they said, no, you can't go. We need you here. And I worked in Plainville as a supply sergeant in the aviation group they had for the Nike site. I met my wife from New Britain, got married, and they said, you're going to Vietnam. I said, I don't want to go now. But I tried for 3 years to go to Vietnam. They wouldn't let me go.
Did you have a special area of expertise in your branch of the military?
Yeah, I was a master aviation mechanic. That was my primary job. Like I said before, I had additional MOSs as a fire chief and a personnel sergeant.
Did you feel prepared for combat when you went to Vietnam?
No, didn't know what was happening. Didn't really know anything. All we knew is we were going to go, and we could get shot at, and we really didn't know at the time, because we didn't go over. I didn't go over as a unit. I went over as an individual replacement, because once they sent units over there, the Army just sent in individual replacements to the units. They had what they call Camp Alpha. You went to Camp Alpha, turned your records in, they put your name in the hat, pulled it out, and said, you're going here, you're going there. And they just moved people back and forth around there, but very few people went as a unit. Later on, they did send some as a unit, but all their replacements were individuals also after they got to Vietnam.
What was your proudest moment while in uniform?
I guess getting promoted to E8. I made first sergeant in Germany, and I'm pretty proud of that. That's one of the things you try to do is get promoted in the military. It's more money and more privileges. The next step after E8 is what they call sergeant major, is an E9. That's as high as you can go as enlisted. After that, you have to become an officer. But I was really proud of being a first sergeant. You get to run the company. Basically, what company is set up, you have a company commander, which is an officer, then the first sergeant. The officer usually runs all the officers. The first sergeant runs all the enlisted people. And you work together as a team.
What is the most important thing you would like the students to know about the military, or how the many veterans the U.S. has?
Okay, for students and all, I'm a military hawk. I believe everybody should go in the military after school. And the government should help pay for further education after they serve. Because everybody would be trained. You learn a lot of stuff in the military. You learn how to become independent. You learn how to work together, get rid of prejudices that you have from whether he's black, white, green, female, gay, or whatever. The military does take care of the military. It is a family, and when you're there, You could be far away from home. Come the holidays, your neighbors are all military. You're all in the same boat. Everybody's like a big family. They take care of each other. I would advocate everybody going to the military, whether it's Air Force, Navy, Army, Marines, Coast Guard. And I think they should take time, at least on Veterans Day, take a couple of minutes to thank a veteran. Because you really don't know what the guy has been through, especially if they've been in combat. So I would say, thank a veteran.